Hi, I'm Candace and this is Chase. Chase is my 4-year-old border collie who I got from the SPCA at about 18 months old. When I first adopted Chase, I decided to train him using a positive training method called clicker training. Today I'm here to explain the basic principles of clicker training to you using Chase as my assistant. Clicker training is based in the psychological theory of operant conditioning, which is a type of learning that any animal, human, sort of goes through. Operant conditioning, an animal associates a noise or a marker with a reward. And eventually, every time it hears that marker, it knows that it's done something well. The noise, which is the click, and it will associate that with food, which in Chase's case is either a piece of cheese or Vienna. Now, once the dog associates the click with the treat, you can get him to do anything. So basic things are you can teach the dog to look at you so that you get its focus. So in this case, I'll only click when Chase is looking at me. Good boy. Okay. Good boy. So at the beginning, when you're teaching an animal clicker training, you're going to be clicking it for something very simple so that it doesn't have to really think anything very complex in order to get the reward. Obviously, as the animal understands clicker training, the more complex your behaviors can be. So, for instance, at the moment, one of Chase's favorite tricks is the high five. So let's try. Good boy. Excellent. Now, the one thing I do want Chase to do with this high five is to actually stay in that position a bit longer so we can convert that behavior into a beg. So he'll sit up and beg for me. So right now, all he's doing is high-fiving for a couple seconds. But what I want him to do is to hold that position so that he learns to stay in it. Good boy. So that's pretty much the basics. And you can see, as long as I've got some kind of reward, Chase is really going to throw behaviors at me, as you call it. He's going to really try his utmost to show me what he can do in order to get a reward for it. But the point of clicker training is only to reward for the behavior you want him to give you. So if it's a new dog, a puppy, maybe the only behavior you want him to learn at that stage is to sit. So that's the only thing you're waiting to see, is for him to sit. So you click and treat for him when he sits. Or the most important thing is it shouldn't be negative at all. The dog should be happy to want to work for you. So as soon as the dog starts to get distracted, isn't interested in what you're doing with him, that really means that he's pretty tired. So it's kind of like if your dog went to school and his lesson was about 30-45 minutes. After 45 minutes, he can't think that well. So you have to really give him a bit of a recess, and then at another stage, start that training again so that his mind is fresh. He's had a break, he's had a play, and then you can continue training. With a small puppy, your training sessions will be probably less than 2 minutes. When the dog gets older, maybe it goes up to 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, but I wouldn't go longer than 10 minutes at a time without giving your dog a break, so that learning or training doesn't become something that's boring and tiring, that the dog enjoys doing it with you.